can do to get past it? That's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So I am a law of attraction coach, and today we're talking about manifesting an ex-back, or really anybody that there's previous history with. And, that would include anything like, feeling rejected, or, them having to come prove to you, and for them to text you to prove that they want to be with you. So I'm going to let you know how manifesting with a story like that works and what you can actually do to change it. So really exciting stuff. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon below. I do put out new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, each one of them designed to help you create something wonderful in your life. Okay, so let's get started into this, because this is a very important thing to understand, a very important concept, and it can be a little bit confusing, so stay with me here. So I'm going to create a scenario, and then we're going to talk about it. Then I'm going to give you a tool that you can use to actually change it around, because when this is probably the one thing that is the most complicated block and resistance that we create when we manifest somebody back that we've got previous history with, okay? So we'll say that Jerry is my ex-boyfriend here, and Jerry dumped me. And now I feel like he rejected me and he doesn't want to be with me. Now, let's start from that. So now I'm created this story. I'm holding this story that Jerry rejected me. He doesn't want to be with me. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm using the law of attraction, and I say, you know what? Jerry, he needs to text me to prove that he wants to be with me. Okay. That's the story, morning glory. The problem with that story is that story, me saying intentions like, I intend for Jerry to text message me, I intend for Jerry to tell me he's sorry, is actually never going to come through. And the reason for that is because by me holding the story that Jerry rejected me and Jerry's got to prove to me that he wants to be with me, that actually creates resistance, okay? And that resistance is coming from the story that Jerry rejected me and doesn't want to be with me. So automatically, because everyone is me pushed out, that automatically creates Jerry to not want me and to reject me. So now Jerry has to act like he doesn't want me and he's rejecting me, because that's the story I'm creating, okay? So it's not enough just to say, I intend for Jerry to message me and tell me that he's sorry and that he wants me back and that he screwed up. We can't create from that, because that means that we're presupposing that Jerry doesn't want to be with us. And if we're presupposing that Jerry doesn't want to be with us, then he actually has to act like he doesn't want to be with us. Okay? So that's a story, okay? Anytime that you feel like you've been rejected and you feel like that, no, you know what? I've done all the heavy lifting. They have to come running back to me. They rejected me. I don't feel like they want me. That whole story basically is creating that the other person doesn't want to be with you. And we can't actually create from that standpoint of something's wrong. So what we need to do to get past that is we need to cut that whole entire story out altogether, because that story is a block in itself, because Jerry's me pushed out. Now he has to act like he doesn't want to be with me, so that text is actually never going to come through. So what we need to do is change that story entirely to Jerry wants to be with me. Yeah, I can pick up the phone right now and call Jerry, no problem, because he absolutely wants to be with me. But and he's going to end up calling me. So you want to change that story to nothing's wrong, because nothing's wrong to begin with, because the whole breakup and Jerry saying he didn't want to be with me was caused by my thoughts anyway. So we need to change that core thought to, no, he wants to be with me. It's empty and meaningless that he dumped me. I created that with my thoughts. I can easily create him coming back just by changing my story. My story is Jerry wants to be with me, because once we let go of that story that there's something wrong and he needs to apologize to us, once we let go of that and we say Jerry wants to be with me, and me and Jerry, we're going to be together, we're automatically living in the end, and basically living in the wish fulfilled, being that we're going to be together. Now there's no reason for an apology. There's no reason for Jerry to prove anything, because we're creating the story that, yeah, he wants to be with me. So if we create the story that he wants to be with us, to be with me, then there's no reason for him to prove that he wants to be with me by sending me a text message. Okay? And saying he wants me back and he's very sorry for how he hurt me. there's no need for that conversation anymore because I've changed the story altogether. And once we get to that point, we realize that, you know what? I mean, you know, if you feel that you're able to reach out and say, hey, you know what? How are you? Then you don't have to do it, but that actually will clear the lines for them to call you. Okay. So I'll tell you, right? Like right now I'm in a committed, loving relationship. And if you were to say to me right now, hey, pick up the phone and call your boyfriend, I'd have no problem doing that because I'm creating the story that he loves me and wants to be with me and he always wants to hear from me. So if we're creating a story like that, then we're living in the end and we're assuming, and that basically presupposes that Jerry wants to be with us. So now there's no reason for Jerry to come back and to make up for the rejection we're feeling and apologize to us and tell us that he loves us because we're already presupposing that he does, and we can create from that story. So yeah, if you're manifesting a text from somebody, from an ex or trying to get back with an ex, the question's going to be is, you know, is what's the story are we holding? Are we holding a story of rejection and, you know, that they need to prove that they want to be with us, because that's just a story that we're creating, because nobody in your reality has any free will to think any more than this teddy bear. So avoid projecting that story, because that story is only going to make Jerry reject you. Okay, automatically project the story that he wants to be with you. He texts you all the time. He loves you. And there's no reason for anything else other than, you know what, him asking you how you're doing and if you want to go out Friday night. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so that's a common block. And change your story, Morning Glory. Anyway, I hope that helps. And thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I do attempt to read every single comment out there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to comment back on everybody. So if you guys can help each other out and put in a comment here or there to help each other through, we're all in this together. So let's support each other. And thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye.